All right, everybody, welcome out to another episode of Windshield Time at Mountainland Supply. I'm Joey. I am here with our entire group, including one Spencer W. Schwartz, Esquire III, producer extraordinaire, the talent of the show. He's wearing his gear today. Got a Slayer shirt on.
Up.
He's got his completely. That's as less like little goth as you're going to get out of my guy. There he is.
It's true.
He wears this to golf tournaments in the middle of summer, and that is no lie.
It looks good.
Yeah.
It looks real good.
It does look good.
All right, that's enough out of you, Shorts.
Back to the corner.
All right, we are here with Bruce Egbert,
How's everybody doing?
Ben Meekum,
Hello, everybody.
and James Calvert.
Merry Christmas.
Less the hair, because James cleaned his life up
I got
over the
sick
weekend.
of
It does
this
look better.
weekend.
That's
Much
like
better.
4 days ahead of schedule, though.
It was.
You didn't make it to
I
the 20th.
donated my $20.
It's okay.
I couldn't take it any longer.
I doubt any of us are in the running for it anyway,
No.
so that's all right.
I could have won worst beard, maybe.
Yeah, you could have.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you included the Gallagher hair, it would have been
Gallagher
close.
hair would have put me over the top because
It was
that
over the
was
top.
starting to look good.
As you can see, we're all wearing some Christmas garb today. Benji's wife confiscated his ugly sweater. It was so ugly she got rid of it, apparently.
Yep, she said that I was not allowed to ever put it on again.
I would have paid to see that one.
And you don't find a sweater my size just anywhere.
We get Omar the tent maker, is that what you say?
Yeah, Omar the tent maker builds them.
Bruce, what's on yours?
So this is a custom sweater. It was imported from China.
Is that supposed to be you?
Yeah,
Oh.
it is.
Looks
I'll
good.
get into my tradition. It'll kind of explain what the sweater's all about. But
okay, teaser. All right.
no,
That's
just
cool.
wait to be continued.
I like it. Calvert, what's on yours?
It's just Santa playing golf
It says over it.
over it.
Nice.
Yep.
I went with the Clark W. Griswold Jr. Blackhawks jersey. So that's as festive as
Nicely
it
done.
gets at the little household. That's one of our traditions is usually we try and do it every day after Thanksgiving. We'll watch Christmas Vacation to kick off the season, but we were a little later this year. We didn't watch it till yesterday.
Always a classic.
Always a classic.
Such a good movie.
So today we are just going to show you guys a little bit of our Christmas spirit and talk to you about our favorite Christmas traditions. And James Calvert has been volunteered to tell you first. What's
Oh,
your,
have I?
Yeah. Volunteer,
See that
voluntold.
I agree.
You weren't in the room.
Do I need to wear that?
Yeah, cover that head,
Wear
will
off
you?
my skull?
Oh, that
I
looks
don't
way
know, but
better,
you just
bud.
got lice if he had lice.
Yeah, I trust. Look at that flowing locks he has.
Yeah, looks
that
good.
good?
Yeah, looks real good, bud.
All right.
Christmas tradition.
Christmas tradition. I think I shared this one last year, but it's kind of family favorite, so we're going to go back to it. Our family bingo game, which is in some controversy right now, by the way,
Why?
because we got a couple in-laws that don't like it because there's always crying.
Oh.
Is this the one where you bring in like extravagant gifts?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, bring in stuff for people to fight over,
Uh-huh.
which is always really good, by the
Oh,
way.
yeah.
And then I've brought in some gifts that got me in trouble with my mother.
Oh, yeah, that with the Trojans.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
didn't go
yeah.
over very good.
Yeah.
Not at all. So I had a sister-in-law bring it up the other day, and they're in charge this year. My brother Gary, and so his wife brings it up.
Are they
Like,
hosting or are they just in
yeah,
charge?
we switch every year of who's
Okay.
in charge of food and stuff.
Yeah.
But the venue always stays the same. And she's like, I don't think we should do bingo this year. I'm like, yeah, that's going to happen. Like, you
It
can
has
leave
to.
and go home,
Yeah.
but it's going to happen. And I'm like, well, we just don't like the crying. Or whatever. I was like, I cried as a child. I endured it. My kids endured it.
That's right.
My
as a
grandkids are
child.
enduring it. It makes you a better person.
It's true.
The bingo game is not going away.
Yeah.
So find something you like about it or leave.
I like it.
So anyway.
But is
we're-
it like all grandkids? Is it just one
so
giant?
everybody's
everybody's
involved, and everybody has to bring a bingo prize over $15 because got one brother that's cheap. So we have to.
That would be Bruce.
Set some parameters.
Yeah, you got to have parameters in there for the Bruces.
Yeah,
of the
and I
conversation.
Mine would be
guarantee
thoughtful.
I'm sure it would
okay?
be thoughtful.
Very thoughtful.
He's counting with tax $15. So
Oh, that's awesome.
there's some of us that bring some pretty nice stuff
Yeah.
just to get the fighting going.
I love it.
And then there's all, younger kids. They get something, they're excited, and then somebody gets bingo and they come take it right back away.
So
and
you
then
can
they're
steal
balling.
like a white elephant. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you just
Okay.
every time
Is
you
it
get
unlimited
bingo, so what we
steals?
do is every time you get bingo, you can take a gift from anybody in the room that didn't get bingo. If you get bingo, you can protect it.
Okay.
Which people lie. It's such a terrible game.
Uh-huh.
And then like families gang up to get something, and then first person that gets blackout gets to pick anything in the room, and then game's over.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it goes about 40 minutes maybe,
Yeah.
and it's wild.
That is awesome.
It's fun, and there's always like 4 or 5 things everybody's going for, out of 50 people.
Like Nintendo Switch and PS5s
just-
and yep.
Yeah. So
Competitive. So you see some recurring themes at the Calvert household: competitive juices,
Fighting.
fighting,
And crying.
crying,
crying,
shaming.
Like
There's probably some shaming in there.
hey, there was a day that I cried, and the dumbest thing, like, I don't know how old I was, 7 maybe,
Yeah.
and somebody brought a block of coal, and for some reason it was the hot gift, and I had it like right at the end, and somebody took it from me, burst into tears.
How old were you?
Like 7.
What were you going to do with a block of coal?
This thing? I don't
7
know.
years old.
Just everybody wanted it, so I wanted it.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Big old lump of coal.
Yep.
That's awesome.
I got a lump of coal for Christmas one time.
You did? Oh yeah. I think you mentioned that.
Yeah.
I like that. All right, Benji, keep talking.
So last year, I probably talked about us eating Chinese food in a hotel on Christmas night
Remember that
because the reference to the movie, our
Yep.
movie is
Christmas story?
Christmas Story.
Yeah.
But maybe I'll run a different way this year. So one other thing that we've done every year of my life I can remember is go cut a Christmas tree.
Mm-hmm.
We always go to the same place, like the same road, all of the years but one. I remember one year when my mom and dad got in a fight and Dad took us. It was kind of not the same, but but every other year since then, that's what we did yesterday. Pretty late getting our tree this year, but
Do you cut it down or you shoot it down?
I cut it. Yeah,
There's a family I know. They shoot it with a shotgun. That's kind of
Yeah.
their thing. They shoot it down.
that would take a lot of shotgun shells.
Yeah.
But I use the old Milwaukee hacksaw and cut it. I'm pretty lazy. I'm not about
We
to do it
should
by
be
hand.
sponsored by Milwaukee.
They should. They should sponsor us.
Yeah.
But that's what we did yesterday. Like I said, it was a little bit late this year. Late for my family. When I was a kid, we got it like the weekend before Christmas, and we put it up like 3 days before Christmas. But we cut it yesterday. We were going to go last weekend, but my parents were sick, so
How much is a tag for a tree these days?
$12, I think.
And you can get it at any of the stores out there?
No, you have to go to the BLM office to
You
get
do?
one for BLM. If
Okay.
you're getting it for Forest Service, you can just go to the store. But
Grocery
the
store.
BLM, you have to go to the BLM office.
Makes sense.
So we go out to the Book Cliffs. Like I said, cut it within a half a mile of the same spot every year. It's kind of funny because you'll see a tree and you'll be like, oh, let's remember to cut that one next year when it's a little bit. Yeah, right.
You never
There's
remember.
a million trees.
Yeah. That's awesome. All right, Bruce, no Silence of the Lambs. Or are you going to go Silence of the Lambs?
No, I indulged a lot last year, and I've been reminded of that ever since. So I'm not going to talk about the movies we watched.
Shout
growing
out
up
to
as a
Scott
kid.
Brown for
Yeah.
Yeah, this is for you, Scott Brown.
Give Scott Brown
Silence of the
any ammo
Lambs.
on
Yeah, we
anything.
watched it on Christmas Eve. Not going to watch it anymore. So a new tradition for our family is these sweaters. So a couple years ago, my wife had the great idea. There's a lot going on this. It's custom.
Bruce, Cracker. What does the other one say?
Lots of different things.
Cracker.
Sexy
Yeah.
cat?
Super sexy. I don't know, dude.
Super sexy cat dad?
Baby girl Lisa.
Whoa, what's up, dude? All right.
There's
Got
a lot going on
there.
here. So what we do is then we draw names as a family, and then each person's assigned of getting an ugly sweater for someone else in the family. And starting on Thanksgiving, you have to wear it for every single event we go to as a family. So including we do a family trip for Christmas. And you guys have seen.
We saw the
Yeah.
picture. It was
in order
classic.
for our kids to be able to go, they have to wear the sweater to the airport.
I thought there was one not in one.
He was in one. It was
Who?
like
Braden?
Ethan.
Oh, Ethan.
No, it was Perry the Platypus. We went a little tamer. Yeah, we went a little tamer this year, but
That
yeah, you
probably
have to
came
wear
through
them
really good on the microphone. by the way.
for every family event, and they lost their minds when we made them wear them to the airport. But we go. There's a Christmas tree in the airport, so we take a family picture every year,
Well, this year you went and saw the Bills play. I mean, they kind of played.
Yeah.
Did they win that game?
Okay.
They scored a lot of points.
They did score a lot of
It
points.
was
Not
really
a single
good for my
turnover.
fantasy team.
Not a single turnover.
It was a good game.
44-42.
Yeah.
I got to witness greatness.
You did.
Josh Allen put together a performance. Just
He's a wizard.
Talk about Puka, but
Puka did a great job too.
he did.
And he's
It was a
got
fun
one
game
of the
to get
funnest
to.
names to
Yeah.
say ever. Puka Nakua.
It was a really good game. We ended up losing by 2, but we pulled it together against the Lions yesterday, so
You did. You rallied.
rallied. It's fun though. So that's our family tradition.
Ugly sweaters.
Ugly
And a
sweaters and trips. Our kids are getting older, so just making memories, just kind of looking at life in general. Just kids are getting older, getting closer to moving out, and just want to take advantage of as much family time as possible.
Yeah. It's awesome.
Yeah.
So we got a bunch of different traditions. One of them, I think I shared last year. But this one, I'm thinking my dad, and I've sent you guys pictures of my dad on dressing up as Santa Claus. My dad's a bigger dude, and so he needs zero padding when it comes to dressing up as Santa Claus. But he is a right jolly old elf, so he looks good when he dresses up. I bought him a cheap, like $40 costume a few years ago off Amazon, and he's worn that thing to where it's almost threadbare. So he does that, and he plays Santa for my kids, and it's awesome. But my kids, Tawny and I asked them earlier, like just after Thanksgiving, what was some of their favorite things that we do for the holiday season, and some of their least favorite things, because we're trying to be honest with them, and we'll cut some of the things out that they don't like. One of the things they like is when my family comes into town. I got some family that lives outside of our general area, so they'll come in and stay with us for at least a few days, and then we always play board games, which I'm not a board game guy, but I will play board games one special time of year, and this happens to be that time of year. My mom has this old game called Scotland Yard, and it's kind of like one person is a spy, and then you try and find that person somewhere in England. And it's like a really dumb game, but everybody gets into it. Between that and I think the other one's called Assassin or something like that, where two teams have to lie to try and one of them's trying to take over,
It's
some of them are
Secret
spy.
Hitler.
Yeah, like Secret Hitler, but it's another one. I can't remember what it's called. Anyway, we play that, and my kids are getting really good at it, which it makes me proud in one breath because they're getting good at it. But then you're like, man, you're really good at deceiving people.
Yep.
But yeah, we play a bunch of board games, eat a bunch of charcuterie boards, which we've all acknowledged is one of our favorite things to eat as a
It's
group.
a favorite pastime.
Yeah, so we do that every New Year's Eve. We do that, so that's kind of one of our fun traditions. Last year, we went around the room and said one of our favorite things that we either gave or received as a Christmas gift. So I'll start that one out. Did I say last year that I gave my dad the gift of doing the chores for him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that last year, right? So I'm going to go with a layup this year. When I was 9 years old, I got my first BB gun, and it was hidden from me. So I had to search the whole house to find it. And I had asked for it, and I peeked a little bit before.
Christmas story.
You'll shoot your eye out.
Yeah.
Only he got it when was he 9? I think he was 9 when he got it. Anyway,
9
I
or
was
10.
a huge Christmas Story fan back then, and so I wanted a BB gun. I didn't get a Red Ryder. I got a Daisy that had it almost looked like an AR platform because it had a container where you could put a CO2 cartridge, and you could shoot multiple pellets or BBs out of it. So got that when I was 9, and there wasn't a safe pigeon, sparrow, or starling near our farm. So that was fun. Bruce.
So two things come to mind. Do you guys remember the game Crossfire?
Of course. Absolutely. Great game. Like
One
the
of the
reverse
best-
of Hungry Hungry Hippos.
Yeah. You're shooting little silver just balls.
BBs.
And trying to get into the goal. Just one of the greatest things ever.
Yeah.
And then that same Christmas, I got a hovercraft.
All right. Hang on, Silver Spoon. I don't even.
And that wasn't a personal hovercraft, like the RC car
I
hovercraft.
remember what they are.
Dude, one of the greatest remote control cars ever created. Just a small little hovercraft like this big. You could drive it over grass.
How
So
old were you?
awesome.
The hovercraft, I was probably 11 or 12.
Huh.
It was one of the coolest. I wish I still had that. I don't even think they make them anymore.
It'd be cool to find one.
It
huh?
would be.
So Bruce's kids, if you're watching this, that's a really good gift idea for him
Yes.
sometime in the future.
Yeah.
Make him
I
cry,
also gave my kids the gift of being Buffalo Bills fans.
which they're paying for every day.
Yeah, exactly.
Benji.
So that's where I talked about the coal, I'm
Yeah.
sure. So a few years ago, I think it's been 4 years ago now, we went on a family trip. We didn't go over Christmas, but we took a giant box, like probably 2 feet square, 30 inches square, give or take, and we put all kinds of random crap in it, like food, mac and cheese, and then at the bottom of it, we taped an envelope with like the plane tickets and all the stuff that we were going to Mexico.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget, my little girl was about 3 at the time, and she seen a can of beans. She likes beans. There was a can of beans in the box, and she was more excited that she got a can of beans than that we were going to Mexico.
That is awesome, dude. Yeah. It's a mixed world. We're just living
Yeah.
in it.
Seriously.
That is awesome.
So
James,
I'm sure I told the shotgun story last year
you did.
that I found and put together 10 times before Christmas. But my mom actually reminded me of one from when I was a little kid, 4 or 5, and I had forgot about it, but I remembered all I wanted was, I don't even know what it's called officially, but the roller that rolls asphalt and smooths it out.
Oh, yeah.
What's that officially called?
I don't even know.
A roller.
Yeah.
Okay.
a steamroller.
Steamroller, yeah. And I wanted one of those. And
Like a remote control one?
No.
Like the Tonka
I'm
one,
old,
probably.
man. They didn't have remote control
Probably
back then.
like the metal Tonka one, probably.
Yeah, it's exactly what it was.
So you had the
Tonka
dump
made 'em.
truck Tonka, and then you had a steamroller.
No, I just got the steamroller. Yeah. Yeah. We had 7 kids, man. We didn't get a ton, but yeah. So I got this steamroller, and I remember sitting there and playing it and played that thing, wore it out.
I remember having Tonka trucks and Army soldiers.
Yeah.
It just,
Army. I remember one year
So
I
much fun with
got
that.
GI Joe with Kung Fu grip.
Oh my gosh.
Did you ever get one of those?
can't even
Yeah.
think about it. G.I. Joe, that made up a lot of my childhood.
G.I. Joe and He-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
A lot of He-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, He-Man was a little after, but GI Joe with the Kung Fu grip. And
Did you guys-
you could hit a button in his back and be like, ha!
Did you guys ever have micro machines?
Oh yeah.
No.
I remember I never really, we didn't have a lot of money, so we didn't get in. I was on the periphery looking at my cousins getting micro machines. I thought those were the coolest things ever. By far. You probably had a whole fleet of them, didn't you?
No.
Silver
I did
spoon.
not.
He only had 7 or 8.
7 or 8, yeah.
7 or 8
dozens.
boxes. I don't
Yeah,
know.
ish.
Wish I still had them though.
All right.
Do you want to ask
James.
Shorts? What
Oh,
you got?
Shorts. Did you want to say something?
Did you get a new
You're not
pair
gonna
of
be
skinny
seen, but you
jeans-
can tell
jeans
people
as a
what you-
child?
Oh, boy.
Uh-oh.
Oh, hang on. He's got a hook in. After Shorts is done, we're going to go and just, each of you can just give a little Christmas message. Go with 4. Right there. Oh, boy. Technical difficulties. There we go.
All right. Now I can speak. Guess who can't speak?
Calvert. Yeah.
Oh, that's convenient.
Yeah. My best gift I've ever received?
Yeah.
It was probably a bean bag.
Like a beanbag chair?
Like a hacky
Yeah,
sack?
hacky
big
sack.
old
Love sack?
bean bag, love sack.
Okay.
Yeah. It was great for the first 2 days I had it.
And then it exploded.
No, we had puppies at the time of Christmas, and they did what
Destroyed it.
they do best.
Oh.
All over the bean bag.
Of course they did.
I was so sad.
Oh.
Was it like a plush out exterior so it wasn't washable?
Yeah, it was not washable.
Yeah, that happens.
This is one of the
man.
cheaper ones for sure, but
Yeah.
it was.
Did you ever have banana chairs?
I had friends with banana chairs.
Yeah, banana chair. I remember that was one of my favorite things too.
Yeah.
Those were fun. But yeah, that was the best gift I ever
They were
received.
fun till you rocked over your fingers.
I know.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. Bruce, you want to say a quick message to everybody?
Just grateful for everybody. I mean, it's a time of season, just the time of life that we're in as a family, just with kids getting older, just trying to focus on spending time with family. Just that's what this season's all about. Just a lot to be grateful for with the direction of this company, with the contributions of everyone in this room and across the company. Just grateful. Just encourage everybody to take time to acknowledge those people that mean a lot to you in your life. Life goes by fast. It's crazy.
100%. Benji.
Playing off of your life goes by fast. We were on the new hire call this morning, and I was hearing people say they were in their 7th year and their 9th years, and I was thinking, man, feels like the other day when they were here started. So along those lines, like we spend more time here than with our families. The vast majority of us, maybe not Calvert, but the rest of us do. And Calvert's all around. You never know where he's going to be. He's like a bad penny, always turning up.
Yep.
Don't forget that. Don't forget that we're all here. We're all here together. Especially this time of year. I joke about it like I've been here longer than I've been married to any of my wives.
All put together.
Yeah.
Ditto.
This has always been my rock, my family. I mean, I have a family, don't get me wrong, but my family's just part of this family.
Yeah.
So take care of those around you. Make sure you look down, look around, look out, don't look down. Reach out a hand. If there's anybody around you struggling, help them out.
Love it. James.
Yeah, no, along those same lines. That's a good message, Benji. And I think I told Ben this story this morning. We were on a customer event last week, and the cook, Ethan had said didn't have a lot of money, and so I had just said to everybody, there's 18 customers there, and like, hey, we're just gonna pull up some money for the cook, Dave, and Ethan called me Saturday night. They'd taken him over the money we had put together, and he started to cry and said he didn't have any money to buy his daughter a Christmas gift. So through the generosity of Mountainland customers, we raised $480 to give to this guy, and he could buy his daughter a Christmas gift. So keep that in mind. Those around you, hug your family tight. Tell them you love them. Don't take them for granted. It's a great place to work. Your Mountainland family loves you too. We love you. Thanks for all you guys do. And I hope you guys all have a great holiday.
Awesome. I would say the same things. It's I'm very grateful to be able to work with my family every day, to share our labors together. This is a very special place to work, where we take our job seriously, but we don't take ourselves seriously, and I'm grateful for that. There are a lot of people who are less fortunate. I mentioned at our manager's summit out in Wendover a couple weeks ago how blessed I feel I am, and I think there's a lot of people who feel the same way. Look for those who don't have as much, or even just need somebody to talk to. There's people among us in our Mountainland family who are struggling right now, and we'll always have somebody who's struggling. Just reach out to somebody, even with a quick Christmas message, or a hello, or a thank you, or just an I love you. Remember that there's people out there that need it, and we're not far from that either. We all love hearing from everybody and appreciate the well wishes and love that we get from all of you. So keep that going. Let's remember each other, and especially during this time of year. And Merry Christmas to all of you guys out there, and Happy Holidays to you. And be careful. Love your loved ones. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, guys.